is debt elimination. Now, somebody on here is probably thinking, wait, I thought you said generate income.
Right.
I thought you said increasing cash flow. What does debt elimination have to do with this list? You want to take it off?
All right. Now, look, debt is pretty much, we like to call it bondage. We always say that the borrower is slave to the lender.
Yes.
So if you have some form of debt, then they own you from the standpoint of your money because you're strapped to it. You're chained to that particular debt, or else it affects you in some way, shape, form, or fashion. Now, anytime debt is involved, there's also interest associated with it. So when you're paying your debt and there's interest associated with it, the money that you pay on that debt doesn't all go to paying it off. A portion of it goes to what's known as the principal. Another portion of it goes to what's known as interest. So if you're spending $100 on this particular debt and only $60 is going towards the principal, then the banks or the creditors are making 40% off of your money. So that's a cash flow, that's negative cash flow because you're losing money just off of debt alone. However, if you chose to eliminate that debt and you knocked it out faster than what the terms allotted, because a lot of times we set up these mortgages that's 30 years or 15 years, or we have these credit cards that may have a $5,000 balance and we max it out. So it has a large interest rate attached to it. But if you pay it off sooner, you just saved yourself a ton of money on interest, because that would have been money that you would have been losing month after month, year after year. But because you paid down that debt, because you paid down that mortgage, because you knocked out that credit card bill, that interest that was going out is now coming in. A business partner of ours, he likes to say that you invest into your debt because it's an investment to pay off your debt, because once you pay off your debt, you pay less in interest, and the least interest you have to pay, the more cash flow you have for yourself. So that increases your cash flow once you understand how to no longer be a slave to the lender by borrowing money, get rid of it so you can have the cash flow for yourself. And now, once that cash flow is good, you no longer necessarily need the debt because you can pay for things in cash. I'm gonna say this, a quote that, that really made a lot of sense to me. They say debt is pretty much your right to own something in advance that you cannot currently afford. Debt is the right to own something in advance that you cannot currently afford. I'm going to let y'all marinate on that one for a minute.
Wow. I mean, yeah, that's crazy when you think about that quote, because it's so true. If you could afford it, why'd you swipe your credit card? If you could afford it, why did you take out a loan? Why are you leasing? All right. And then some people are going to say, oh, well, it's to build my credit. Is it really? All right. So that's a whole nother video. But yeah, you have to understand as it pertains to debt. When debt goes down, cash flow goes up.
Automatically. Period.
So that is why debt elimination is on this list, because it only makes sense. Think about it, you guys. If you have a $10,000 balance on a credit card, when that $10,000 balance is completely gone, if you were making minimum payments of what, $200 or $300, now you have a free $200 or $300 every single month that you can put to work somewhere else.
That's true.
All right. So you have to understand the importance of minimizing and then eventually getting completely rid of your debt. All right. That's your cash flow you're playing with.
Absolutely.
Right?
Absolutely.